Grab the mic.
Hi everyone.
Hi. Hi, Tao.
Steph and I have been friends since we were 12. And I've been asked to mention some of the things he forgot to say and then pick up the story from there. The most important detail he left out is that Arwen and Stefan brought human breast milk to this Thanksgiving dinner. And the nitrous oxide, that we had used the canister to fill the condoms, but we'd also used it for whipped cream. So I was like shooting whipped cream into the condoms that were being then passed around. So Stefan is just the king of decadence, and it's what I love him for. But what he said when he came to Bombay Beach is he had already been planning a possible art happening in the high desert or in some other beautiful desert location. And then we dragged him to this slightly less obviously beautiful desert location. And he said, okay, well maybe we can change from communing with nature to commiserating with it. And I think that I'm gonna get a little more earnest now after the decadence and the party. But this place, Salton Sea, I'd never heard of it. It's like the largest body of water in California, and most people don't know about it because it's a total ecological catastrophe. Everything that could possibly go wrong and is going wrong with the world in slow motion happened in high speed in Bombay Beach and in the Salton Sea. From climate change to air pollution to water pollution to fish die-offs to all of these horrible things. And most people just escaped this place. And it became a kind of fascinating place for artists to come and kind of extract even more from it. Like I would go there and visit this place and see people like shooting music videos or shooting fashion shoots and then running away because they were afraid to stay the night. And I thought, well, this is a really interesting and weird and peculiar and worthwhile place because it's so different from everywhere else. As the world becomes more and more the same everywhere you go, it's more and more unusual to find a place that's specific and unique, and where you're confronted with the contradictions of human existence, with death, with destruction, with decay, but also with beauty and the possibility of rebirth. And so we started talking about, could art be used to breathe new life into this place and bring attention to a place that's been forgotten by the rest of the world? And I think that, again, there's a lot of play and a lot of fun, but there was this very earnest and real desire to bring attention to this place that needed it because we fell in love with it. We fell in love with how weird it was, but also we're cognizant of the real issues, ecological, economic, political, all systems had failed in this place. And we're, as sad as that is, it also presented an opportunity to try new ways. And could we focus on creativity and elevate and privilege art above politics and above, all the bullshit that runs the rest of the world? And so I think the impetus, and also my background was in philosophy, and I had a friend who was a philosophy professor at Oxford, and I said, what would it take to do a philosophy conference here? And he looked at me like I was crazy, and he said, well, it wouldn't take too much because philosophers love to talk. So if you just invite them here, they will talk. And Stefan said, well, what if we bring opera and ballet and high art? And it's, again, seemed totally insane, but we realized that the less sense it makes, the more sense it makes in Bombay Beach, because we want to embrace the contradictions of this place that's both horrible and beautiful, both blank in terms of the desert being a blank canvas full of opportunity, but also rich with history and a very specific and unique history. So we decided against all odds to bring philosophy, ballet, opera, large-scale art installations, photography exhibits, thinkers and creators of all types, to encourage them to come to Bombay Beach and make something beautiful that's specific to this place. Because, gallery art is very commodified, right? It's very It's a way of people showing off how much money they have and be able to buy a thing and put it on their wall. Whereas making art that's specific to a place and that actually responds to what it means to be human in this time and in this place is much more, I think, the reason to make art. This succeeded way beyond any of our wildest expectations. We called it Year Zero at first because we thought it was just an experiment. But all of these artists came and started making things that were just really inspiring, and the world started paying attention. And we did this several years in a row, and then decided this shouldn't just be an event, it should be a movement. And we should have artists coming here for months at a time and engage with the community in a meaningful way. So that's happened. And if any of you come, especially during the Biennale season, which is January, February, and March, you'll find a thriving art community. Tao Ruspoli, one of the great artists who's been creating work in Bombay Beach. There's dozens, if not hundreds, of artists have come and literally transformed a place that had been forgotten by most of the world and have turned it into a thriving, weird, wonderful, exciting, cutting-edge place for creativity. And we really just did this dinner to invite you all as collaborators, because it's impossible for just a few of us to do this anymore. So we hope that you'll come to Bombay Beach, get involved in the community, get involved in rebuilding this place, discover the weird and wonderful history of the Salton Sea, and encourage other people to also come and also give, because money does help. So again, as Stefan said, our third co-founder, Lily, she couldn't be here, but she offered in her stead to say, if anyone commits a certain amount of donation, they don't have to give it tonight, but anyone commits a certain amount of money before Monday, she'll match it. So, if you can't give, think of somebody who might be excited by this idea. It's super weird, it's super interesting, it's super unique. If you want to know more, go to room 405. There's a 4-minute video that Dulcinea, my partner, where's Dulcinea?
I'm right here.
There. Who's been doing enormous work as systems architect of coordinating all of the work that's going on there. So she'll talk next. But she cut a video together showing some of the highlights from the last several years. So make your way, especially if you haven't been to Bombay Beach, go to room 405. Watch the 4 minutes, enjoy your dinner, and get involved and help us out if you can. Thank you.
Yay!